Yo, what is going on, y'all? It's your boy VeLL. We're back with another Mobile Legends video, and we're going to be talking about an interesting topic this time around while watching some Bren Esports gameplay. You know I gotta support the homies. But yeah, anyway, man, this is going to be a serious topic, like a lot of my topics actually, but I want to talk about if the Mobile Legends community is actually going to die, because I get the question a lot. I get people asking me, is it going to die, and why I talk about the death of Mobile Legends and stuff like that. And honestly, if you would have asked me like a few months ago if Mobile Legends was going to die, or like even a couple months ago, if Mobile Legends was going to die, in a heartbeat I would have said yes. And the reason being is because on YouTube, when you're a YouTuber, especially when you're me, because you have to understand, there's very, very few YouTubers in this community who's really just personality based. So that means that you don't actually know the YouTubers, so you have nothing to disagree with them about. You have nothing to not like them about. But when you give opinions and you can actually hear what someone thinks about opinions and stuff like that, then that's when you start to see the hatred of the community. So my channel, we see the worst of the community here, because it's so much hatred for opinions and people can't talk, people can't have conversations. It's an issue, it's a big issue. It's an issue that the world has. It's why war, like I've said this many times, many wars and stuff can be avoided if people knew how to have a conversation, understand things from both sides. People in the world can't have conversations. So, of course, I'm not shocked that kids on a video game can't have a conversation or won't take the time to listen and understand what someone's saying, because I think that's a big problem. One of the biggest issues in the community, and one of the reasons that I'm so hated, is because people don't even take the time to understand what I'm saying. And that's one of the biggest things. That's one of the biggest things in the world. Like, people don't take the time to listen. So now I've seen so much positive as well, and not just positivity towards me, but I've seen Bren Esports has really been changing things. Bren Esports has been helping other teams progress in the community. Teams are improving all around, and on top of that, basically the player base is now looking up to these teams that's decent. Like, because you got to think about the fact that at one point in time, the Mobile Legends Pros was doo-doo, the freaking game was doo-doo. People were cheating to get to the top of the leaderboard, so the leaderboards means nothing. And even right now, the leaderboard still means nothing. So basically, when you think about Mobile Legends and having substance and stuff like that, what substance and longevity does Mobile Legends have if the pro players are bad, if the community is bad, if the game is bad? Like, the game, like, graphics wise and stuff like that, flawless, perfect. I like the graphics. We all love that. But when it comes down to it, what do we have left? The pros were not entertaining to watch at one point in time. Then you have to think about the fact that this lag always catches me off guard. I be forgetting that these videos lag so much. But anyway, so if you have nothing that really draws players in and keeps them there, then what do you really have in a game? Because one of the issues that I've always had is the fact that the matchmaking was just really bad, and then you have top players cheating. Like, that's one of the reasons, like, some of the old top leaderboard people, they left once all the cheats started coming, because these guys, you gotta think about the fact that, and that's why North America quit. These guys are some of the best players in the world playing Mobile Legends, and Mobile Legends won't even fix the game. Like, Mobile Legends, like, they take the time to actually get good at the game, and these teams are ranking up and getting on the leaderboards above them simply because they're doing a 2-2-1. How is that fair? Like, how is that fair? These teams actually take the time to be the best in the world. And yeah, Mobile Legends allows other teams to not be good and just go against scrubs all day, or not even scrubs. Like, it's just a full team with teamwork who's probably in a Discord chat talking, telling each other strategies and stuff against a team of 5 individual players. It's not fair. It's not fair whatsoever. So, yeah, like you have these teams ranking up going 5 players versus another 5 players, and both of these teams are really clashing, and one team is on the leaderboards because they're winning, and they're constantly winning, and they're beating other teams with a full squad trying to communicate. Like, literally, they're beating people by skill, and you have most of the people on the leaderboards nowadays who don't get there by skill. It's kind of sad. And like, what do you have to work towards? Because honestly, if you're trying to get to the leaderboards, really, you're gonna have to be going and competing against a bunch of cheaters at this point. So the leaderboards still mean nothing, but what I am seeing is a rise in the pro community. I'm seeing a rise in skill level of the pros, which means that the viewership, the skill level, and the demand for knowledge and improvement is going to be coming. And I think that this is big. This is big for the Mobile Legends community, because I feel like that's what the community needs in order to continue to thrive and prosper. I think that for too long, the Mobile Legends community has been at the bottom when it comes to MOBAs. Yeah, numbers wise and viewership wise, the views and stuff, they're there. Like, everyone loves the game. What the heck is going on right here? Hold on, let me see. They gotta move this. We gotta get back to that action. What they talking about? Okay, anyway, but yeah, so for too long we've been in this place where Mobile Legends didn't really have much to set us apart from the other MOBAs. From the other MOBAs, and the other mobile communities has been looking down on Mobile Legends and Mobile Legends players. Like, people trash talk this community so much, and it's not coming from the same place as me. I point out the best. Listen, what you have to understand is that if you don't know history, you're doomed to repeat it. If you don't know the history of something, you're doomed to repeat it. So, the thing that's been killing the Mobile Legends community is the things the community just do not know, do not understand, and do not take the time to learn about. Like, how basic it is to play a game. Like, if you really just take the time to even think about it and listen, it's really simple. The game is to take towers, protect towers, and try to get more fed in the other team. That's really the goal here. And everything else is just a matter of doing things to try to make those things happen. Like, taking steps and trying to make those things happen. So if you put any game in its basic form, in its simplest form, every game is simple. Like, the mechanics, simple. Like, people never understood when I said the mechanics is one of the easiest things to learn when it comes to the game. Mechanics are super easy. Yes, it may be difficult. It may be difficult to learn, but it's still easy compared to the decision making and stuff like that, because you have to make the right decisions at the right times. And that's what's going to set you apart and put you at pro level and make you one of the best players in the game. And I feel like we're going to be seeing a rise in talent, basically. I think we're going to see a rise in the respect that other MOBAs have for Mobile Legends. And I think that Bren Esports is one of the teams leading that charge, to be completely honest with you. I feel like Bren Esports is really changing Mobile Legends. It's bringing, and they're bringing an entertainment factor while doing it. Like, me personally, I've watched their footage, man. I've watched footage of them losing and stuff like that. When they lose, they're usually playing like complete potatoes. Like, literally, they're playing so different from how they usually play. They're out of position. They're not working together. Like, it's literally, when they lose, a lot of times it's bad. And it's so bad that it's almost as if they're letting the other team win. Like I was debating with one of my homies. Like, I think that Bren is letting teams win just to make the match more interesting, because they'll lose like the second round, and they'll lose it so bad. But then the third one, they'll just come back and completely destroy them, and the other team will not have a chance. How do you dominate somebody in the first game, then in the second game you get beat terribly, then in the third game you just come back and just wipe them like they're nothing? Like, and then the teamwork is back on point when they're winning too. You gotta look at how crazy the teamwork is when they're on point. So how can they go from being so on point to being that bad? Like, so you have to think about the fact that I think these guys are just insane entertainers. They're doing this. They're doing certain things, like they're bringing entertainment, they're bringing skill. Also, they're being humble at the same time, though. Low key, they're being very humble about it, because every time you hear them speaking about other players in the community, it's always respectfully. They've said multiple times that other players in the community is better than them. Like, they never take credit for how great they are, how good of a team they are. Obviously, they know how good they are, but at the same time, they're respectful to the other players. So yeah, man, that's pretty much it. That's just some of my thoughts, man. What are some of your thoughts about the state of the community? Do you think that it's dying? Do you think that it's going downhill? Because me, I think that this is going to be a second wave of life for Mobile Legends, to be completely honest with y'all, man. I think that this is going to be huge. I think that Mobile Legends will be around for a long time, honestly, because the community is only going up. Yes, there's toxicity, there's a bunch of hate, but at the same time, the haters are, at the end of the day, really irrelevant. Everyone has haters, but if you're hating, that means that you're not doing well. So you look at all the success in the Mobile Legends community, you'll realize just how irrelevant the haters are, because everybody they're hating on is more successful than them and will always be more successful than them. And that's why I think the Mobile Legends community will thrive, because everyone who's successful is leveling up, becoming better, like doing more for the community. And I think that's game changing. That's really game changing. But yeah, let me know what you all think in the comment section down below, man. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. Make sure you drop that thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you are new. Obviously, we know how this game is going to go if you haven't seen it already. This is probably the end here. But yeah, man. Thanks for the love. Thanks for the support. And I'm going to catch you all on the next video, homies. Peace out, y'all.
I'm on it. Can't fail for my family, I want it. So they'll never